What's going on, guys? So let's have a story time today because this is about true crime, but this isn't a true crime case. Kinda. I mean, it's criminal. It's really just somebody being arrogant, full of themselves, and treating women poorly. A YouTuber, a member of our community, attacking women. Women who just asked the wrong questions that this person couldn't answer. So now this person has a problem. Who is this person? Jeff. Youbacktubejeff. Now I know. A lot of y'all already know. Dude's scammy as shit, right? He seems like a scammer. But Squirrel Girl kinda exposed him a little bit. Because his little ticker that he updates himself on his crowdfunding website titled screwgofundme.org, the little ticker that keeps up with how much money has been donated is at $4,000. But Squirrel Girl found out that he only paid his private investigator $700. So there's $3,300 missing there somewhere. Maybe he has receipts for it otherwise, but here's what I think. I think that he started this well intentioned. I think he started his YouTube channel and the Kiely case came up and he started covering it because, hey, things look bad, right? Things don't look good there. It looks like there's some bad activity going on. So I think he started with well intentions and he was just putting together videos and trying to be a YouTuber. And then he decided it was going to be his full-time job. But he wasn't getting enough money off of ad revenue to make that his full-time job. So then he started asking for donations for the private investigator, but I believe that he expected himself to be the private investigator in the beginning. I believe he was looking for donations that would allow him to sit and investigate the case himself. Because, hey, you could justify that to yourself, right? I'm putting in this time, I'm putting in this work. If people will pay my bills for me, I'll do this instead of go to work. If you've got that type of mindset, you can justify that in your mind as, hey, this isn't a scam. But here's where it gets real scammy, right? People start asking questions. Instead of saying, well, I'm using those donations to fund myself instead of work so I can continue doing this investigation, he says he hired a private investigator. Well, then he has to hire one. So he hires a private investigator, he pays him $700. Then he indirectly tells everybody in a picture on a check to private investigator that he paid $1,500. But really he only paid $7. So, And then he would make these long, drawn out videos with his breaking news background. And he would hype up this whole conspiracy theory that most of the time he himself created. And then he would debunk it at the end through his private investigator by using knowledge that other YouTubers have already talked about. He became a scam because he wasn't finding the information that he should have been finding if he would have been a private investigator himself. Every big video that he's done to expose something in the Kiely Rodni case is just recycled information that we already knew. Has he brought forth anything that is legitimate that we didn't already know? Like Sammy's age. It wasn't Sammy in the Sammy Sound videos. He made that stuff up. And then he debunked that himself. So then people start reaching out to him saying, hey, if you're getting a private investigator, if you're really doing all this, we'd love to work with you. I mean, we want justice in this case. And if you're really going this way and you're going to head this project, then we'll work with you. But no. Not Mr. Jeff. He can't have anybody work with him because then they'll get in and they'll see the way things are going. And he's still not being honest about what he's doing with his money. So he denies it. He says he doesn't have time to work with another YouTuber. Even though at this time, Jeff had right at 10,000 subs, and that other YouTuber had 45, 50,000. So if you're really trying to get your message out there, and you're really on the up and up, and you really need donations to fund the case, who wouldn't go work with the 45,000 subscriber YouTuber? And not just a 45,000 subscriber YouTuber, but multiple other channels with around the same amount of subscribers as him, Maybe a little less in some cases, maybe a little more. But no, he doesn't have time for any of that. He doesn't have time for any of that because he can't let anybody get close. The only way he can let somebody come in is if they trust him. Take his word for it. Take his word that their donations are being used for good cause without any receipts. And if you dare to ask for a receipt, well, he's got to turn on you then. Then he's got to paint you as a bad guy. He's got to paint you as a plant. He's got to paint you as somebody withholding information when it's really him withholding information. But he's not. He's not. He just doesn't have any information to give, even though he spent his viewers and supporters money to get information that he then has to turn around and tell them, oh, well, I got to keep this info close to the chest for now. He never has released anything of substance, people. I'm sorry if you fell for it, and I've held off on making these videos or saying anything about him just because I know how his supporters will react. Nobody likes to admit they've been fooled. Nobody likes to feel like they got conned. It's hard to accept. It's like, no, he's a good person. Maybe he is. Maybe he's a good person. Maybe he just got in over his head. Maybe he started something with good intentions and it went bad. Maybe. But at the end of the day, a scam is a scam. And when you're raising donations for certain things and you're using those donations to pay your bills or do other things in life other than what those donations were raised for, that makes it a scam. He didn't ask you to pay his bills while he investigated the case. He asked you to donate for a private investigator. He didn't ask you, give me this money, and then I'll decide what you get to know about it later. No, he said, we are investigating this. He said, we are a team. He said, we want answers. But at the end of the day, we always flips around to me for Jeff. So Squirrel Girl comes in, and she trusts him. I seen her donate to him. When I saw that, it made me question Squirrel Girl. It made me question her gullibility. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry, because she didn't need to be questioned. She went in and she exposed him for what he is. And what is he doing now? He's turned on Squirrel Girl. What did she do to him? She wouldn't give him Nick's contact information. Even though we now got the video from AWP, we got the interview with Nick, we know everything about Nick for what we need to know about Nick and what he saw. We know that now because of Squirrel Girl. But Jeff is mad because he didn't get to break the news. Because he didn't get to use that as something from his donations bringing things up. Did he pay Squirrel Girl? No. He only paid himself. And $700 to a private investigator. If that's even legit. Squirrel Girl says it is, so I trust it. That he paid $700 to some private investigator. And apparently now he's either got one of his subscribers or another private investigator out at Boca, out at Prosser, recording, trying to make it look like he's got eyes everywhere. Which, that's only parts of his threats towards Squirrel Girl. She's got plenty of videos up showing what he has said to her and what he has done to her. So Jeff, come at me, big boy. Leave the women alone. She wants to be anonymous, let her be anonymous. It ain't got a fucking thing to do with you. You're a piece of shit. You're the scum I wipe off my boots when I get off work. No, that's too close to work for you. You're despicable. And you're a scammer. And you're worthless. You could have done good. You could have had a channel. You could have had a YouTube career if you would have stayed honest. Stay dedicated to what you were doing and not tried to make it your job so that the money became more important than justice for a little girl, because now you're doing exactly what everybody accuses all of us of doing, and that's making up stories and conspiracies so you can profit off the death of a 16-year-old girl. You're scum. Get over yourself. Do better. Now, that being said, we might have a bigger video on Jeff in the future, but I just wanted to put this out there because I don't personally have any attachment to this person. Not at all. But just watching the way he's treating Squirrel Girl and CCTV, it's ridiculous. The claims that he's making should let you guys know, if you do support somebody like this, those claims should let you know that he's off his rocker. He's not legitimate. He doesn't know a damn thing about a damn thing. He's a grifter trying to make a buck doing YouTube. You get paid for your work. You don't get to ask for donations for something and then use those donations to support yourself. That's just not how this goes. That's unethical. That's immoral. That's what makes you scum. But you can't own it. You can't pick it up, hold it, and say, yeah, I did this, I'm sorry, I'll be better. No, you want to attack women who exposed you for it. And then y'all want to still support somebody like him? Is that even entertainment? How can you watch his videos where he comes in as scammy as he can get? The shit he says is absolutely ridiculous. You shouldn't be fooled by it. The only way you can get fooled by that is if you're overly emotionally invested in this case. Then you think all you're worried about is answers. You're not looking past to see what type of integrity this person has, because he has none. He's grifting all the way through. From writing a song about Kiely to making hashtags, Operation Truck Stop. What the hell? Magnum PI is his private investigator. He had a Halloween special to give you updates that, hey, Sammy's 18 years old. No shit. Come on, guys. Remember who made the rumor up with Sammy's age? And then look at who debunked it. It's pretty pathetic. I can't watch him without it making my stomach hurt, because I just know he's going to take advantage of somebody gullible enough to buy into the bullshit. I'm sorry, everybody. I know this isn't a true crime video. I know people get upset when you post anything but true crime videos. I know people get upset when you get into drama. But number one, you're not going to just run around bullying the women in our community. And number two, is it really drama if he's actually literally scamming people? The same viewers that watch my channel, the same viewers that watch Squirrel Girl, the same viewers that watch Harsh Reality, the same viewers that watch Zav Girl, they're getting scammed by this person. Don't even want to call him a man. But there's redemption, buddy. You just have to own what you did. You have to come out and say, yes, this is what I did, and I'm sorry for it. I understand it's wrong now. I didn't in the moment. But until we get something like that, you're just a scammer. Not a multi-million-dollar scammer. You're the scammer taking advantage of people on their disability checks. The people who can't afford to send you money, but they think it's important to send money to help get answers for Kiely. The people surviving off $800, $1,000, $1,200 a month Social Security checks. And you want them to send you money every month. You want to talk them into it. The people who don't know any better. The people who haven't seen this 1,000 times because they're in multiple communities. That's who you're taking advantage of. And that's why you're such a piece of shit to me. Anyway, have a great day, guys. Comment down below. Let me know what you think about him. Let me know what you think about this. Like the video. Subscribe to the channel. Have a great day. And we'll see you later.